You're watching W Rug Media. Right along with these two beautiful women right beside me tonight, we're changing the way that you view media, and in that order.
Hello world, it's your girl Allie J.
And EJ.
And we are here at Paroc Studios with the one, the only, everybody's mama, Momma Dee. What it do?
It is what it is. You heard me?
And in that order.
Period.
Well, we're glad to have you in the building, Momma Dee. How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Wonderful. Now, everybody want to know. You on a reality TV show. How has reality TV changed anything in your life, if it's changed anything at all?
It has went from 0 to 100, and like after the show first aired, it's like that next 24 hours, like wherever I went, like I can't go anywhere and mind my business. I can't go shopping. I can't do anything. I can't go out the house with a regular t-shirt on, some jeans. Like I can't do that anymore.
Like
You
I
know what I'm
said
saying?
before, you're the world's mama now. Everybody's coming to you for advice.
Oh yes, I have plenty. I have plenty.
So what do you say about some of your critics? Some of those people who say that you're in Scrappy's life too much and all of that kind of stuff. What do you have to say to those people?
Let me say this. And as far as the people that can hear me and see me, let me tell you something. You weren't there to change his diapers. You weren't there to buy one pencil for school, football equipment. In the words of K.Michelle, why don't you just shut up?
Hello.
That's mine until, and if y'all ain't figured it out, see, men and women can come in and out your life, but your kids are to death do you part. And in that order. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, that's my child. So whether the people have an opinion about my raising and my mothering skills, guess what? My kids ain't never went without. You feel me? They've never went without. I've always been there for them. You know what I'm saying? From the Rudy to the Tootie. And in that order.
And that's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. EJ?
Okay, Momma Dee. Everyone knows that you are a pimp. Can you please tell us how you got into pimping?
I did. I was a nurse. I have a bachelor's degree in science, and in '96, a young man hit me head on. So I have a left artificial kneecap and a left hip, artificial hip. And it took me 3 years to learn how to walk, from the wheelchair to the walker, from the walker to the crutches, from the crutches to the cane. So, and then every 5 years, I have to get a new hip, because I had, when an elderly person breaks a hip and they get it replaced, it lasts them a lifetime. But I was only 33 at the time of the head-on collision. So when I wear my heels, I'm a girly girl. I'm a diva.
Right.
So, I'm going to wear my stilettos and my Jessicas and whatnot.
Right.
So, and I'm going to just keep it moving. So the hip doesn't last long. So I say that to say I had to keep having surgery, back-to-back surgeries. And, knowing my family did nothing for me, poured a glass of water, a spoon of food. So therefore, I had talked to this pimp called Sir Charles. Shout out to you. Know you're in the Fed, but much love. And he told me, he said, now, this is a male-dominant, situation. Do you want this? I said, this is what I want. Teach me the game. He did. And then another friend of mine taught me how to cook powder up to crack cocaine and cook it up 28 grams and make it float and then let it dry and cut it up, weigh it, serve it. And I did that. So I had 15 girls and I had 3 dope traps. In each dope trap, I had 2 young men. They make $30 off 100. When they get low, they hit me up. I go back, pick up the money, throw the supply down. So, it was an old rumor that I had 29 hoes. But it's not true. I only had 15. Okay. But the rumor was I had 29 hoes. I retired because I couldn't get 30.
Wow. Well, hey. At least you didn't retire because they were washed up.
Exactly.
So how did you pick your women?
They had to be eye candy, because you got to look at how we look at men and how men look at us. It's always a physical thing first. Right. It's how you look, how you shape. Everything is physical. So to bring in the money, I had to make the girls just as pretty as me. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I had to, and their shapes had to be immaculate. Their bodies had to be clean. You know, I had to know who their families were because one of my girls got found years ago in Cabbagetown. She had been raped and gutted, so I had to send her body home to her parents. So you know, it's just different. All kind of stuff was going on in the streets. So you had to understand being in that type of male dominancy role. You know, I had to be a very strong black woman because again, I had 2 small kids. So Scrappy was small when I was doing that, and my daughter's 3.5 years younger than him. So I had to provide for them. I didn't ask nobody for nothing. You feel me? Like, you know, having to be on welfare and food stamps, I mean, that was okay because I couldn't do no better for myself because I couldn't work. But that will only pay the utility. I got to pay bills. Like my kids needed school clothes, Christmas, anything else. My daughter was a junior Falcons cheerleader. She took ballet. So I had, you know what I'm saying. Then she ran for Miss 10th grade, which she got. And you know what I'm saying. But I just had to be a mom and a dad to my kids, and that finances had to be on point. You know what I'm saying. Like I bought Scrappy a full-length mink sable when he was 17. Bought him a car at 16. You know what I'm saying? Paid for it in cash. So I gave them everything. I remember one time when the police came to bust me one time, they couldn't find my stuff. And they had flashlights at my house saying, like, with all these crystal ball chandeliers, the Queen Anne furniture, if your mom living off disability, Scrap said, do you have a warrant? He said, no. He said, well, you can catch a fire and let that be the reason why. My mom ain't here. So, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry about how our house look. Just know she taking care of me and my sister. All right, then.
So, how did you influence Scrappy's music career? What got him started?
Because I sing.
Okay.
And I play keyboard synthesizers. And so when they were small, I used to play in bands. And he used to have to come to band rehearsal, him and Jasmine, and make a pallet on the floor while me and the band rehearsed for the, because I only did Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night in clubs. So, you know, during the week we have 2 rehearsals. So, you know, rehearsal will last to 10, we start at 7, you know what I'm saying? So after cooking dinner, helping them with homework, then I had to go to band rehearsal.
Oh, okay. So you're very talented.
Yeah.
You hear that, world? Not only is she a pimp, she's a musician.
Not now, I'm not a
she's
pimp. I'm
everything.
retired.
And a nurse. We didn't forget that. And I heard somewhere you were a caterer also, correct?
Yes, I do cook. Oh, I'm the bomb diggity. You feel me?
Okay. Did you bring anything?
Over.
I want y'all cook for Mama. Where's the trays?
Oh, okay. We're going to have to do it up for you.
See, that's what you get when you mess with these ones when they real young. I'm telling y'all, men, y'all better stop trying to talk. Y'all better put these women in the kitchen. Teach them something. Let's stir up some bowls around here.
Well, Momma Dee, recently Vibe put select reality stars on the cover of their magazine. Got a huge uproar. Now, my question to you is, do you feel like reality stars can be role models, and do you feel like you're a role model?
You know, as far as role models, coming out of like a 13-year-old marriage like 6 years ago where there was verbal abuse. Now, looking at me now and seeing where I came from out of that marriage, I can consider myself a role model because I can tell other young ladies what not to listen to and don't put up with this. Love yourself. Love Jesus first, then yourself. Put him above all else and everything will work out. So with people saying even my past, see, it's people like me when that God saves. You feel me?
That's true.
See what I'm saying? He don't go and reach out and bring in somebody that's sitting perfect, but no man is. So, yes, I can be a role model in different aspects.
Okay. And I totally agree. Now, my next question to you is, out of all of the castmates on Love and Hip Hop, which one do you feel like, out of the female castmates, that you feel like you may most get along with?
I get along with all of them.
Really? Awesome. Okay, well, we want to play a quick game with you, Momma Dee.
Okay.
We're going to call out certain castmates. And the first 2 words, 1 or 2 words that come to your mind, we want to know what they are.
Okay.
Okay? So I'm going to start. Mimi.
She's so sweet, very pleasant to be around.
Okay?
Erica.
She's my granddaughter's mother. I have no choice but to give her the utmost respect because I think I have to afford her the same common courtesy that was given to me by Scrappys' daddy's side of the family.
Okay.
Because, what people don't understand, I'm a very good, settled person. It's just when you step on my feet that I holler, but you might not like my holler. And if you mess with my children or my grandkids, then the dragon come out. See, it be like that song, Cisco, Unleash the Dragon. Now you don't unleash the dragon, and now the fire's blowing. And I don't like when people trying to fan it either, because it ain't going down when you mess with either or.
Okay.
The kids and the grandkids. Just know that. That, you can say what you want to me, and I can choose, because every battle is not supposed to be ours.
Right.
And I can choose, but don't mess with something that I brought into this world.
Right.
That then, my two kids couldn't help what I did in the bed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So at the end of the day, that's why I'm going to always be there for my kids and my grandkids.
Okay.
That's like forever until they roll my black ass in a casket and lay me out in front of a church. Then I can do just like Jesus said. Now it's finished. Now it's finished.
Okay. Stevie J.
Oh, got a rat face. But he got a rat face, and he shouldn't have touched Scrappy. That's why he got his butt whooped. He got knocked the fuck out.
You heard it live here.
From Momma Dee.
One last one. K.Michelle.
She's beautiful, and she can blow. And she's also a very pleasant person, and very nice to be around.
Awesome.
How do you feel about Shay?
I think she's adorable, caring, sharing, trusting, and loving. Yeah.
So do you see her as someone that can be your daughter-in-law?
I will hope that a lady and someone with that type of spirit would be and could be.
Okay. Great.
Now, Momma Dee, there's a lot of women out here who fantasize about, being on the pole. Mm-hmm. You get a lot of criticism though because you did a whole little pole routine one day. Tell us about it.
Yes, I had a walkthrough, and I was there to make an appearance. That's what a walkthrough means. And so after a certain amount of time, it became a strip joint. It was a club, but it becomes a strip joint. So I thought, being my age, I'm almost 50, why not? And as you well know, that I used to be a madam. So, you know what I'm saying, a pimp is only good as the product they put out. So I got to be the top queen of what I do. You feel me? So at the end of the day, I had to show the other dancers how to do it with clothes on and make the money and make more money than they make, and I did it in 3 minutes. And on the negative press, I'm going to look at the camera because we're going to really keep this 100.
Okay.
Not 100, 100, because I'm from the South. You feel me? So for the ladies that trying to put poles up in their bedrooms to keep their men out of the strip joints or keep your men at home, for the women that are taking pole lessons, see what you fail to realize, for me to be almost 50 years old and do that with clothes on, at the end of the day, it seems like the pole does the body good. So if I were you, follow me as I walk on this journey.
Seems like we need a Momma Dee pole dancing class. When can we look forward to that?
Up and coming.
Hope it's not just for the women over 40.
It very well be, but if you call me Miss Bryant, I can put a pole up for you.
Hey now.
Miss Bryant.
Queen of the South.
I know that's right.
And in that order.
Trust me.
Now, Momma Dee, how was it working with Mona Scott Young? She's like a icon in the industry. How was it working with her, and how did it come about that you became a cast member on Love and Hip Hop?
Well, first of all, becoming a cast member, they sought me and my son out, Scrappy out, and it came to be because of the radio interview that I did on 107.9 over a year ago, having to do with Diamond cheating on Scrappy with Soulja Boy. So, at the very least, I was never going to let anyone make my son look bad on national radio. So the Queen had to step in and protect the throne at all times. I have to protect the throne. If the crown is at stake, I have to go to war. And for those that don't understand what going to war is, if you're not ready to go to war with a soldier, don't enlist. So, with that being said, the other question was...
How was it working with Mona Scott Young?
She is brilliant. Because you got to look at it. To put these certain personalities together, we come from different economical, Christian backgrounds, all the above, Mark D. So to put all of us together and make it work, it took a lot of thinking. It took a lot of work to do. And because everybody's not easy to work with. Right. And we all come with some type of bag. So, I'm just keeping it real. We all come with some type of bag. We're not perfect. I'm not the perfect person, not perfect mom. I'm not perfect. When I go into the ground one day, there is going to be a soul that's going to leave here with a spot and a wrinkle. But I pray every day that God forgives me for my sin. But what people don't understand, you're going to leave here with a spot or wrinkle. But Mona, to work with, was a blessing. I thank her every day. I thank God for her, for bringing the way we live and loving hip-hop as it exists in Atlanta alive. We took a lot of criticism at first, saying they wanted to shut the show down because of the violence or the cursing, just whatever. But what they don't understand, what Stevie J is doing, men still doing it.
They are.
What Jocelyn was doing, women still doing it. You still got passive women like Mimi. You still, everybody that's on the show, life goes on. The only difference is we're putting our lives out there for the world to see. That's it, and in that order.
You heard it here from Momma Dee. There's a lot of mothers out here who are hustling with their children trying to get into the industry. What kind of advice can you give those mothers who are out here trying to help their sons or daughters get into this entertainment industry?
Whether it's acting or, musically, I would tell them to love their kids. Make sure, I would really prefer them to be their kids' manager. Because anybody that you see that mother or father, like Beyonce or Usher mom, for instance, they're millionaires. And they're multi-rich. When you get other people, you become rich, but it's something you can't trust the industry. And support your kids. Be honest with them. Guide them in the best way you can. Take some business and management classes. And then learn the business. And the only way you can learn the business is as you go, unfortunately. Because some of the business is just, it's like right in your face. And you can't read about that. You have to learn it through experience. So I suggest that you do what you can. Every parent wants the best for the kids. So as
back in the interview a bit, you said that you influenced Scrappy's career because you used to sing in the nightclubs. I'm so curious. I want to hear you sing something for us.
Okay, just a little paragraph. My mom passed about 5 months ago, and I wished I could have sang this song at her funeral, but unfortunately my sister took over. But you didn't have millions to give to me, mama, and you didn't have this great big old legacy, but what you gave to me is more precious than gold. What you gave to me, it saved my sin sick soul. You gave me Jesus. You said he was a light of the world. You gave me Jesus from the time I was a little girl. That's it. I'll give you that.
Momma Dee just took us to church.
Awesome. So, Momma Dee, with that, what church do you attend? Do you attend church at all?
None. And Christians don't take this because y'all the first ones to judge.
Yeah.
But I feel like the Bible says, read to show your own self-approval. So I rather that personal relationship is what it is. It's a personal relationship. And my walking life is my walking life with God. And I choose to congregate when I feel like being around other people. But other than that, I like to read the word and try to try. You know, because again, I'm not perfect. Try to live the word. But for all that, sitting up there, crossing your legs and trying to perpetrate certain frauds, and you go in and you amen this, amen that, and then get outside, you the biggest demon. You know what I'm saying? And they know who they be. Yeah, I said it. You know who you be, not who you are. Yeah, and in that order. I can say it like that because it got to be following my order, the queen order. So I just choose not to put up with all that because at the end of the day, I got to stand before that man. Even though one time after a funeral, I served some Swedish meatballs and I put liquor in the barbecue sauce. So when I get to the 12 gates and things that may be a trap door and I may fall in it, and the minister and his wife came and ate after the repast, and I couldn't do anything, but I'm in trouble.
You couldn't tell them not to eat the meatballs.
Couldn't, because when I looked over there, they were already.
Did they leave a little bit happier?
Yes, they were. They got a little louder.
Okay.
They were praying in tongues, and it really was praying in tongues. And honestly, y'all, I believe praying in tongues. When they said they were all up in the upper room and they were drinking wine. No, they was just drunk, and they just couldn't get it out, and they was unknown because their speech was slurred. The speech was slurred. I don't care. Let them go in. That's what Christians do, just judge. But you can't judge the queen on the throne because this is my dynasty.
I know that's right. Mm-hmm. Have you had to get security since this show started?
No, ain't nobody gonna mess with me.
So, how has your lifestyle changed? Are you still that same Momma Dee? Do you still have the same friends? Are you?
Yeah, I still have the same friends and associates and whatever, but, you know, I can't, if I'm not, you know, doing something professionally within the industry, I mostly stay in the house. I'm a club girl, so I like the club. And I want people to know they can go to the Real Momma Dee, THAMOMMADEE.com, and for booking, because when you seen the poll, it wasn't staged. I did have on my clothes, but I'm a party girl, so I like to get down. And when I do come to vineyards, I don't like to sit up in VIP and cross my legs and act all bougie, because that's not what. People are there to see me, meet and greet me. So I like to interact with my fans and go out within the clubs and touch, shake their hands, take pictures, and even hold conversations, invite you over in VIP, let's just pop some bottles. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, come into a town or a country near you.
So how do you deal with envious spirits? Are you able to recognize them right off, or
because them the ones that tweet me negative? Like, my life is my life. Like, people's lives are just what they are. You got to remember, this is just a shell. It is really me that's within the shell. And like, again, going back to the churchy thing, I got an answer for me. So it doesn't matter what people say. They can just go ahead and judge on, because what that shows me, they don't have a life and they ain't got nothing else better to do than to judge me. Because at the end of the day, I have better things to do than to question or make a suggestion. You know what I'm saying? You know, I think like K.Michelle once said in one of her songs, "Shut up. Everybody got a tongue. Just
keep it in your mouth."
Keep it in your mouth. Now you got down then. You know what I'm saying? With that rib sandwich you just did. She got, that's some rib sandwich she got. That's the best barbecue on this side of Atlanta on the ATL. You heard me?
Okay, as you can all see, we're here tripping out with Momma Dee. Now, Scrappy once said that you're like his big sister. Tell us, what kind of trouble have you and Scrappy done got into, if any?
Yeah, we've got put out of different counties for fighting together and playing tag team with people. And one of the counties here in Atlanta put us out and said we couldn't rent nor buy in the county.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's major.
Yeah, because a guy had jumped on his girlfriend, and then he thought he could whoop me. And I told him, I am not that punk bitch. You feel me? I'm not that punk bitch. And so he did something again, put 4 fingers in my face, and I just seen. So, put him in the hospital. And then I found out he was on probation, and he hadn't showed up. So I called probation. So when he left the hospital, he had to go to jail. But you didn't hear it from Momma Dee.
Not a word. We're going to keep that one a secret.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Loving Hip Hop Atlanta, #1 show on cable television.
Mm-hmm.
Can we expect it back for season 2?
I want you to buckle up, sit back, and when the engines start to roar, get a Coke and a smile and enjoy the ride.
EJ?
So, were you expecting this new lifestyle change when you were first offered or
No.
asked to be on the show?
Not at all. It was like, it was crazy. It has been crazy. My life has went from 3 to 1,000 like in days after the show actually aired. Because I was just used to put on a big t-shirt and throw on some flats and go to the store, and people knew I was Lil Scrappy's mom. And you can depend on people that, what I'm saying, on that level. But for me to be put out in the front, it was like crazy. It's been kind of overwhelming. Sometimes I had a panic attack once going shopping in one of the nearby malls here. And it almost brought me to tears because it was just overwhelming. Like, it's okay, and I'm a very nice person, but when your mind is on, like, I'm just coming in to get that pair of shoes, or I'm coming to get that purse. I just want to get in and get out. I don't expect to be stopped like 50 or 60 times, but for my fans, it's okay, and I love you for loving me. Honestly, feel me, I do. But it can be overwhelming.
Okay. So you're okay with the celebrity status now, or the star status? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But
great.
I know when I'm alone, it is what it is. I like being alone.
Okay.
Like, my time is my time. The time with my kids and my grandkids, I separate it all. You know what I'm saying? And because it gets crazy. And you never know people intense when they walk up on you.
I agree.
Because one thing I have learned is no one knows the evil that lies in a man's heart.
All right.
So with that being said, you just have to be careful.
What do we have to look forward to?
Well, I'm going to be starting work on my book.
Okay.
And I'm wanting to make a few appearances on Celebrity Donald Trump's Celebrity Apprentice.
Donald,
Hopefully.
do you hear that?
Yes, Donald, get it. You have leadership skills. I mean, Donald, you can
She
put me
does.
with a team of 10, tell me sell cupcakes, and they'll be sold on 6 blocks.
I
Okay?
believe that.
And we're going to make the money. And I love Wendy Williams, of course. I feel like she's real. She came on being real, like by her wigs and things that, she says even after the show, she starts pulling out the eyelashes. She's a mom and a wife, and, I just like real women.
All right.
You know what I mean? Like, get to it already. You know what I'm saying? Say what you're going to say what you mean,
All right.
and stand behind it. And in that order.
What is the name of your book? Is it in that order?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And even I got t-shirts out that can go to my website, which is linked to my Twitter. So, and they in that order t-shirts, come get them, one and all. Got the Delta color, the AKA colors. I got them. Men, I got you too. You heard me, booze?
This is Miss Delta over here, so that's great.
I got you.